Hi, it's me, Teacher Jeanne. In this lesson, you will learn about pairs of lines and pairs of angles. Now, before we proceed, let's have a recall. For Activity 1, classify each of the following angle as acute, obtuse, and right. Write the answer below. For number 1, the given angle is classified as acute angle. For number 2, that is classified as obtuse angle. For number 3, the given figure is classified as acute angle. For number 4, that is classified as right angle. For number 5, the given figure is classified as acute angle. And for the last, the given is classified as obtuse angle. Next, let's proceed on Activity 2. Use the figure and find the measure of the following. For number 1, the measure of angle MAX is 30 degrees. For number 2, the measure of angle IAX is 110 degrees. For number 3, the measure of angle RAI is 15 degrees. For number 4, the measure of angle RAT is 25 degrees. For number 5, the measure of angle MAI is 140 degrees. For number 6, the measure of angle RAM is 155 degrees. For number 7, the measure of angle TAX is 150 degrees. For number 8, the measure of angle MAT is 180 degrees. For number 9, the measure of angle RAX is 125 degrees. And for the last, number 10, the measure of angle IAT is 40 degrees. Now, let's explore. For Activity 1, determine the measure of the angles represented by letters. Write your answer below the figure. For number 1, the value of A is 63 degrees. For number 2, the value of B is 30 degrees. For number 3, the value of D is 57 degrees. And the value of E is 82 degrees. And the value of F is also 57 degrees. For number 4, the value of G is 53 degrees. And for number 5, the value of C is 25 degrees. For our lesson, let's have first the pair of lines. First, we have the parallel lines. And these are two coplanar lines that do not intersect. So we have the given figure. Line AB is parallel to line CD. And that is denoted by line AB parallel to line CD. Or line M is parallel to line N. Next, we have the intersecting lines. These are two coplanar lines that meet at a common point. Two lines intersect at exactly one point. So we have the given figure. So here, we can say that line AB intersect line CD at point O. Next, we have the perpendicular lines. These are two lines intersect to form four right angles. So we have the given figure and we have the four right angles. Here, we can say that line AB is perpendicular to line CD, or that is denoted by line AB perpendicular to line CD, or line M perpendicular to line N. Now, we also have the other important terms like skew lines. These are lines that do not intersect and they are not coplanar. Given the figure, we can say that line AB and line CD are lines in different planes and will never intersect. Therefore, line AB is skew to line CD. Another is we have the coincident lines. These are lines that have the same set of points. Given the figure, we can say that line CD is coincident with line AB. And for the last, we have the congruent segments. These are the line segments having the same measure or length. Given the figure, we can say that line segment AB is congruent to line segment CD. If line segment AB is congruent to line segment CD, we can say that line segment AB is equal to line segment CD. Now, let's try this activity. Use the figure to determine the following. For letter A, we have the intersecting lines with a common endpoint N. So we have line segment MN and line segment NO. As you can see, they intersect at point N. Another, we have line segment MN and line segment NQ. They intersect at point N. Next, we have line segment QN and line segment NO. As you can see, they also intersect at point N. Next, for letter B, we have perpendicular lines. So we have line segment LM and line segment MN. As you can see, the two lines intersect and form a right angle whose measure is 90 degrees. Next, we have line segment ML and line segment LO. The two lines also form a right angle, so they are perpendicular. Next, we have line segment LO and line segment ON. So they are also perpendicular because they form a right angle. And for the last, we have line segment ON and line segment NM. Now let's proceed on letter C, a line parallel to line segment LM. So we have line segment NO. As you can see, line segment NO is parallel to line segment LM. For letter D, lines skewed with line segment LQ and contain N. So we have line segment NO that contain N, and line segment MN, which is also contain N. Now let's proceed on the angle pair relationship or the pair of angles. First, we have the complementary angles. These are the two angles whose sum of their measures is 90 degrees. Given the figure, the measure of angle BOD is 60 degrees and the measure of angle AOD is 30 degrees. So we can say that the measure of angle BOD plus the measure of angle AOD is equal to 90 degrees. If we are going to substitute the given values, we have 60 degrees plus 30 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. So therefore, angle BOD and angle AOD are complementary angles. Now let's have more examples. In the given figure, the measure of angle XOY plus the measure of angle ZOY is equal to 90 degrees. If we are going to substitute the given values, we have 55 degrees plus 35 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, we can say that the angle XOY and the angle ZOY are complementary angles. Now for the second figure, the measure of angle RAD plus the measure of angle BIN is equal to 90 degrees. If we are going to substitute the given values, we have 62 degrees plus 28 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, we can say that angle RAD and angle BIN are complementary angles. Let's have another pair of angles. We have the supplementary angles. These are the two angles whose sum of their measure is 180 degrees. In the given figure, the measure of angle GEH is 60 degrees, and the measure of angle FEH is 120 degrees. The measure of angle GEH plus the measure of angle FEH is equal to 180 degrees. If we are going to substitute the given values, we have 60 degrees plus 120 degrees, that is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, we can say that angle GEH and angle FEH are supplementary angles. Now let's have more examples. We have here the given measure of angle LOV plus the measure of angle MOV is equal to 180 degrees. If we are going to substitute the given values, that is 137 degrees plus 43 degrees, that is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, we can say that angle LOV and angle MOV are supplementary angles. For the second figure, given measure of angle SUN plus measure of angle HOT is equal to 180 degrees. If we are going to substitute the given values, we have 115 degrees plus 65 degrees, that is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, we can say that angle SUN and angle HOT are supplementary angles. Now let's have another pair of angles. We have the congruent angles. Two angles are congruent if they have the same measure. So given the figure, we have here angle ADB is congruent to angle CDB. As you can see, we have the congruent markings. And that is denoted by angle ADB congruent to angle CDB. So given the measure of angle ADB is equal to the measure of angle CDB. So for example, the measure of angle ADB is 35 degrees. Therefore, the measure of angle CDB is also 35 degrees. Next, another pair of angles are the adjacent angles. These are the coplanar angles that have a common vertex and a common side but no interior points. Now in the given figure, angle ADB and angle CDB share a common vertex of point D and a common side of ray DB. Therefore, angle ADB and angle CDB are adjacent. On the given figure, angle ADB and angle ADC are not adjacent. Point B is inside the angle ADC, and point B is considered an interior point. Let's have more examples. Given the first figure, we can say that point O is the common vertex and ray OY is the common side. Therefore, angle XOY and angle ZOY are adjacent angles. For the next figure, there is no common vertex and no common side. Therefore, angle RED and angle BIN are non-adjacent angles. Next, we have another pair of angles. We have the vertical angles. These are the two non-adjacent angles formed by two intersecting lines. Given line AB intersect line CD at point O. So we have the given figure. Now take note, vertical angles are congruent. So first we have angle AOD congruent to angle COB. Now for example, the measure of angle AOD is 120 degrees. Therefore, the measure of angle COB is also 120 degrees. So the measure of angle AOB is equal to the measure of angle COB. So therefore, angle AOB and angle COB are vertical angles. Next, we have angle AOC congruent to angle DOB. Given the measure of angle AOC is 60 degrees, therefore, the measure of angle DOB is also 60 degrees. The measure of angle AOC is equal to the measure of angle DOB. So we can also say that angle AOC and angle DOB are vertical angles. Another pair of angles, we have the linear pair, a pair of adjacent angles whose non-common sides are opposite rays. In the given figure, ray OM and ray ON are opposite rays, and ray OL is the common side. So angle MOL and angle NOL are adjacent angles. And given the measure of angle MOL is equal to 80 degrees and the measure of angle NOL is equal to 100 degrees, we have the measure of angle MOL plus the measure of angle NOL is equal to 180 degrees. So the angle MOL and the angle NOL are supplementary angles. And we can also say that angle MOL and angle NOL are linear pair. They are adjacent and they are also supplementary angles. For more example, let's have the first figure. The measure of angle LOV plus the measure of angle MOV is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, angle LOV and angle MOV are supplementary angles. Ray OV is the common side. Point O is the common vertex. Therefore, angle LOV and angle MOV are adjacent angles. Now take note, if they are supplementary and they are adjacent angles, therefore angle LOV and angle MOV are linear pair. Now for the second figure, the measure of angle SUN plus the measure of angle HOT is equal to 180 degrees. So we can see that angle SUN and angle HOT are supplementary angles. But angle SUN and angle HOT are non-adjacent angles. They have no common side and no common vertex. Therefore, angle LOV and angle MOV are not linear pair. Let's do more. Given the figure where the measure of angle 1 is equal to 110 degrees, angle 2 and angle 3 are complementary. So we are going to find the measure of angle 2 and the measure of angle 3. The measure of angle 2 is 70 degrees. Because angle 1 and angle 2 are linear pair. So therefore, they are supplementary. So 110 plus 70 is equal to 180 degrees. And the measure of angle 3 is equal to 20 degrees. Because angle 2 and angle 3 are complementary angles. So if angle 2 is 70, we are going to add 20 to make the sum equal to 90 degrees. Refer to the figure and name the following angles. For letter A, we have two obtuse vertical angles. And these are angle AOC and angle DOB. So angle AOC is 115 degrees and angle DOB 50 degrees plus 65 degrees is also 115 degrees. These are the angles greater than 90 degrees. So they are obtuse angles. For letter B, adjacent acute angles, these are angle DOT and angle BOT. The common side is ray OT. Next, we have angle BOT and angle BOC, and the common side is ray OB. Next, we have angle AOD and angle DOT, and the common side is ray OD. For letter C, we have the complementary angles, and these are none, because there are no angles whose sum of their measure is equal to 90 degrees. For letter D, we have supplementary angles, and these are angle AOD and angle AOC. The measure of angle AOD is 65 degrees plus the measure of angle AOC 115 degrees, a total of 180 degrees. Another, we have angle AOC 115 degrees and angle BOC, which is 65 degrees. The sum is equal to 180 degrees. And for the last, we have the angle AOC 115 degrees and the measure of angle TOB is 65 degrees and a total of 180 degrees. So they are supplementary angles. And for letter E, we have the linear pair. And these are angle AOD and angle AOC. They are supplementary and they are adjacent angles. Another, we have angle AOC and angle BOC. Next, we have angle AOD and angle DOB. And angle BOC and angle BOD. Now, as you observe, they are adjacent and also supplementary. Therefore, they are linear pair. Refer to the figure to answer each. For number 1, if the measure of angle VCE is equal to 15x minus 21 and the measure of angle ECR is equal to 5x plus 1, find x and the measure of angle ECR. So for the solution, angle VCE and angle ECR are supplementary angles. So the measure of angle VCE plus the measure of angle ECR is equal to 180 degrees. Then, using substitution, we are going to substitute the values. We have the measure of angle VCE is equal to 15x minus 21 plus the measure of angle ECR is 5x plus 1, that is equal to 180 degrees. Then, combine similar terms. So we have 15x plus 5x, that is equal to 20x. Then, negative 21 plus 1, that is equal to negative 20. Adding unlike sign, we are going to subtract, then follow the sign of the larger absolute value. So we have negative 20 equals 180 degrees. Then, apply addition property of equality. We are going to add both sides the additive inverse of negative 20, which is positive 20. So that we can eliminate negative 20 plus 20 is equal to 0. So we have the remaining 20x equals 180 plus 20 is equal to 200. Then divide both sides by 20. So 20x divided by 20, we have the remaining x. 200 divided by 20, we have 10. So the value of x is 10. Now for the measure of angle ECR, which is 5x plus 1, we are going to substitute the value of x, which is 10. So we have 5 times 10 plus 1. 5 times 10 is equal to 50 plus 1. So the value or the measure of angle ECR is 51 degrees. Now again, refer to the figure to answer each. For number 2, if the measure of angle SCE is equal to 7x plus 5 and the measure of angle ECR is equal to 4x plus 8, find x and the measure of angle ECR. For the solution, angle SCE and angle ECR are complementary angles. So therefore, the measure of angle SCE plus the measure of angle ECR is equal to 90 degrees. Using substitution, we are going to replace the measure of angle SCE, which is 7x plus 5, plus the measure of angle ECR, which is 4x plus 8, is equal to 90 degrees. Then combine similar terms. 7x plus 4x is equal to 11x. Then, 5 plus 8, 13, is equal to 90 degrees. Then, apply addition property of equality. We are going to add both sides the additive inverse of positive 13, which is negative 13. So, we can eliminate 13 minus 13, that is equal to 0. So, we have the remaining 11x equals 90 minus 13, it gives us 77. Then, divide both sides by 11. So, 11x divided by 11 is equal to x. 77 divided by 11 is 7. So, the value of x is 7. Now, for the measure of angle ECR, which is 4x plus 8, we are going to substitute the value of x, which is 7. So, we have 4 times 7 plus 8. 4 times 7 is 28 plus 8. The measure of angle ECR is 36 degrees. Now, it's your turn. Do it yourself. For letter A, find the complement and supplement of each angle below. For letter B, state whether the given pairs are complementary, supplementary, or congruent. Don't forget to comment down below your answers. Happy learning! Thanks for watching. Please like and share. And don't forget to subscribe on my channel and click the bell button so that you will be notified whenever I'm going to upload a new one. Maraming salamat!